Hey y'all, in today's video we're talking cotton subs. Hello. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating how I use cotton subs on a dark blue shirt for this design that you see right here. So I do sublimation printing, and we all know that sublimation printing, or I shouldn't say we all know, for those that don't know, sublimation printing is best on white polyester shirts, but so many different clients and customers want dark colored shirts. This is a material that you can use to still achieve really great results, and this is kind of my trial and error video, and then my review. So let me go ahead and show you what the package looks like when it comes in the mail. And it comes with these directions and heat recommendations. The image I'm going to be using today is a letter size 8.5 by 11, and so the first step is to resize this cotton sub with the image. This is a very thin piece of fabric, almost flimsy, and it needs to be cut down to the size of the image. For my specific image, because it's going to be on a blue shirt, it needs to be cut a little bit larger than the design. So here I am just laying it out, smoothing it out, and setting it up on my cutter. And as you can see, my initial cut was an absolute fail. So I tried to do it again, going a little bit slower this time, got frustrated, and just started hacking away at it. Short patience. Thick thighs, thin patience. So that's what I ended up getting. Total fail. My guillotine cutter did not do what I needed it to do today. I'm not a quitter though, so we are going to try it again. And I also want to note that my guillotine cutter is new. Like, I've probably had it a week at this point, so it's not like my blade is dull or nothing like that. It cuts paper perfectly fine. This is a piece of fabric. Okay, so here I am cutting it again, and notice I'm going much slower this time. So as I'm going super slow, it is actually gripping the fabric. Okay, so that is something to note. When I went much slower, it did actually start gripping the fabric and cutting. And it cut well until I got down to this bottom portion. As you can see there, I'm kind of like going over it again and again. It's because it stopped cutting. I don't know if my blade is just sharper at the top than it is at the bottom, but I did not get the same crisp cut at the bottom. Okay, so here you see me moving the fabric up because I was going to, use the sharper part of the blade to cut that remaining piece off. But then I changed my mind. I rotated the fabric and I said, let me go ahead and just make this width cut. Before I was working on the length. Now I have rotated the fabric and I'm working on the width. Okay, here we go. Slowly. Boom. Easy. And now I just have that little bit left. Got him. Whew. Child. Okay, so now that we got past that, I'm just going to triple check my sizing against my image, make sure there's a little bit of overlap per the instructions. It's looking good. Thumbs up of approval. Okay, so here we are at the heat press, and I have my butcher paper down, and I'm getting ready to put my blue shirt down and line it up. I already have in between the layers of the blue shirt my Teflon pillow, which I always use when I do shirts, and another piece of supplement paper. So it's the Teflon pillow, supplement paper, and then the actual t-shirt layer. The reason I do this is because I don't want the ink from the shirt to get on my Teflon pillow, which will then, in the future, if I was to do like another project, transfer on to that project. So I always make sure I have that butcher paper in there as a layer. You saw me use my lint brush, and now I'm just pressing it for about, I don't know, 10 seconds or so to kind of get the moisture out, have the fibers lay down before I actually get going with my image. And this is all per the instructions that come with the cotton sub. All right, so at this point, I am actually looking at my instructions again, and I'm really paying attention to how to lay this cotton sub down on the fabric. This is the point that I have messed up before. This is actually my third time trying cotton sub. The first two times I messed up, and they were both user error, okay? Not anything to do with the actual cotton sub. The cotton sub has a shiny side and a non-shiny side, a smooth side, and a rough side. The rough side is the side that you need to lay down on the fabric. Let me repeat that for everybody in the back. The rough side is the side that you need to lay down on the fabric. And how I remember that this time around after trial and error is that the rough side is almost like the gluey, sticky side. Okay, and to me, so that's why it's rough. So I am laying it down, I'm lining it up, you know, with my shirt, all that good stuff as we do, getting it just right. So off camera, I went ahead and switched the direction of the shirt. Before the shirt was facing me, now the shirt is to the side. Just because it's easier for me to gauge the lineup of the cotton sub and the image this way. So I just went ahead and deleted that part of the video out. So I'm just once again lining up the cotton sub. Another part I cut out was me needing to go back and cut the cotton sub down a little bit more. Like I don't know if I mentioned this before in the video, but I do not want a whole bunch of the cotton sub hanging out on the edges. I prefer to get it as close as possible. The directions say leave a little bit out, so I'm only trying to leave a little bit out. So I did go back and I cut a little bit more down so I didn't have so much overhang. And I'm ready to like do this thing. I've laid down my image on top. I'm about to tape it up. I always use heat tape. I just don't trust my skills without the heat tape. And this is a time-consuming process. You know, it's like you want to get your image lined up, dead right. I've triple checked my instructions to make sure I'm not messing up this time around. And I really want this this shirt to like be spot on. Right there, I'm showing you once again, I'm looking at my directions. And it's time to print. It's time to press this thing, not print. It's time to press this thing, y'all. Let's get it. Okay, so the instructions say to heat press at 375 to 875 for 60 seconds. I usually do my shirts at 385. I did lower it to 375. And I did do 60 seconds. So here's the big reveal. It's hot, y'all. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, 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 ooh. It looks good. It looks great. I just want to hit it one more time. I do this with all my designs. I like peek, you know. Can I get a little bit more color off of the paper? I be saying all that to myself. So I'm just gonna hit it a little bit longer. Be patient. Be patient. I don't have no elevator music, y'all. I would be giving you some music, but you just gonna have to hear me. It's almost done. It's almost done. Stick with me. Stick with me, y'all. All right, here we go. Ooh, you see that steam? Come on now. It's hot. Ooh, drum roll. Oh, snap. Hey. I love it. Hey. That's a win. That's a win, y'all. This is my first positive attempt with the cotton sub. And it looks good. It looks good. It looks so good. Okay, here we go. I'm about to show y'all. Here we go. No lifting on the edges. You see that color. You see why I wanted to go back and have the least amount of overlay as possible, because it just looks so much cleaner. Not that it looks bad, but I like the least amount as possible. I'm trying to get in closer. Look at that color. Hello, it's soft. Hello, somebody. What? You can't tell me nothing. It looks so good. That little bit right there I'm pointing to, that's that little bit of that's the look that you get when you have the overlay. You know, and that little bit doesn't bother me. If I have like a whole half an inch of that, I personally wouldn't like that. So I'm always gonna try to get it dead right. But look at that. It feels just like the fabric. The colors are popping. It looks really good. I'm really impressed. I love it. What y'all think? Leave a comment below. If you're interested in purchasing cotton subs for your project, go over to techbotcustoms.com and check them out. And also, if you like this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can always know when I post new videos. I'm just getting started on YouTube, so thank you for watching and come back soon.